Hey, whatever happened to the other 27 Halloween videos? I got sidetracked? Are you gonna release them? Or, hey, why do you have... So, who wants to talk about the internet? Recently, the internet's become much more streamlined by big names and corporations, and that the more diverse ecosystem of small-time personal websites and blogs is pretty much deceased. And for a guy like me that tries to put in a little more research or find more niche topics, this really sucks. So I'd like to take a moment and talk about some websites I really like using, from archive sites to blogs to that's pretty much it. As a fan of older comic books, one of my favorite websites on the internet is Comic Book Plus, an archive site dedicated to preserving articles, comics, pulp novels, and whatever have you that has had its copyright lapsed and has been placed in the public domain. First found out about the site in elementary school and have been an avid user since. It's got a huge library of unknown and unsubbed characters, and some classics that you'd otherwise never see again on here. It's not just comics either. They have some old pulp stories and newspapers, and tons more on there for free. You need an account to download the comics as PDF files, but that's all. It's a totally free archive. My favorite thing to do is revisit the old quality MLJ comics. MLJ, for those that don't know, became Archie, which became Riverdale, which we don't talk about, that shit trash. They have the entire library of pre-Archie books on here, and even the young lad's first appearances. My favorite is Zip Comics. It's got the strongest cartoonists working on quality superhero stuff, and the book's lead, Steel Sterling, is my favorite Superman ripoff. He got his powers by jumping bare booty naked in molten lava. Come on, that's great. Quality comics you might be familiar with, as they originally owned Plastic Man, and a lot of their lead characters have been repurposed by DC Comics into the Freedom Force. You can read all of his original stories on here in their entirety, and a bunch of other early Will Eisner creations. That's just the surface, too. There's so much more on here for you to enjoy right now. There's nothing I'd recommend more than going over there, giving a donation, and reading some countless old comics. When I was making my Mac Bowling video, the biggest help in accessing the old titles, in fact, finding the titles to begin with, was this lovely website, Spy Guys and Gals. Dedicated to all things pulp and espionage focused, the forum-esque approach keeps track of hundreds upon hundreds of book series and individual titles with high-def cover art and hundreds of series lost throughout the time. The site is beyond helpful in helping me find more pulp novels and series, and could use some more foot traffic in my opinion. Similarly, the Mac Bowling website is equally as useful, with reviews, rankings, and short stories for everybody's favorite mass murderer. Granted, the reviews are a little odd. You can tell it's a lot of older dudes with poorly conceived notions of what a story should be, and bizarre biases present here and there in their review scores. Nevertheless, if you're anything like me and interested in learning of post-war pulp novels, I'd check out these websites. Lastly, Bulletproof Action is a favorite of mine, of a talented cadre of reviewers and writers dedicated to writing up action films from all around the world. Helps me find all sorts of new and interesting action flicks. This bit's a bit shorter than what I usually do. Life's been a bit hectic lately in good and bad ways. Halloween videos will maybe come out. Maybe. But in the meantime, don't feel lost. I got something special cooking up for all the fellas. Something real special.